Some people have told me that I should not make any of the Doomsday or Prophecy videos. Our Mystery Decoder team has won 14 accolade global competition awards in 18 months with a WorldFest Best Short Documentary Remmy Award and a total of 560 IMDb awards. So, talking about controversial subjects may not be a smart move. I know it is not a smart move, but I felt it is my responsibility to share warnings with others so we can be better prepared. While doing my research on Nostredamus in late 2018, I found some alarming messages that I believed were a warning about a coming pandemic. I released a video called Stop the Flu. It was a short, award-winning documentary, but the message of urging people to get a vaccine seemed to hit a wrong note. In 30 minutes, I lost about 30 subscribers. And although I'm used to people not liking me, getting hate comments from my once adoring fans, that was hard, even for me. Then I made a difficult decision. Taking the video down to avoid further collapse of my channel? Or should I continue to spread the message I consider important? Well, I took the video down, replaced the part about the vaccine to wash hands, re-released the video, and I've received only 390 views in the last 15 months. Did I do the right thing? I'm not sure. Because although I sensed a pandemic may affect our lives soon, I did not know when nor where. I knew it would be flu-like, but I didn't know if it would be like SARS. I knew many people would die, but I did not know it would end our carefree life like this. Ugh. Seeing my warnings went nowhere, I decided to send my messages in another package. I don't blame people ignoring my warnings because, after all, who am I? But if I showed them where I found these warnings, maybe they would take it serious. So on the same day I released Doomsday Plague is Here, according to Nostredamus. That video got 4,552 views in the last 15 months. We are not psychics, but the messages in Nostradamus' Book of Prophecy is so clear, even we can see it. In the video at the 5:39 mark, we use images from our unpopular video, Stop the Flu, then referred to Nostradamus' Century 5, Quatrain 63, quote, "From the van Enterprise, honor and undue complaint, boats tossed about among the Latin, cold, hunger, waves not far from the Tiber, the land stained with blood, and diverse plague will be upon mankind." You have to give us credit for finding this one quatrain from the 942 quatrain book. The reason we knew this would be a global plague is the last words. Diverse plague will be upon mankind. And we did have a gut feeling it would be a flu-like disease. But the true meaning of this quatrain hit us when we learned about the Diamond Princess's doomed fate. A year earlier, when we released the Doomsday Plague video, I assumed this was about a plague outbreak on refugee boats. Boats tossed about among the Latin, cold hunger waves sounded like life reporting of those Mediterranean refugees. But there is this mentioning about Latin. They mostly aim for Turkey or Greece. Why did he use Latin? But if this is about Mexican refugees, they do not take boats when they cross the border. But this prediction was 100% fulfilled in early 2020. with the Diamond Princess being the first one in trouble. Over 40 cruise ships have confirmed cases reported during the next 3 months. And to avoid strict regulations, all but one of NCL's ships are registered in the Bahamas. Carnivals and MSC usually register in Panama. Royal Caribbean is incorporated in Liberia, while Celebrity chose Malta. So calling them Latin seemed to make sense. And then the first line talked about the van enterprise. What a great way to call the failure of Carnival's handling of this crisis. On February 1, they had a disembarked 80-year-old prior passenger confirmed with the virus. And they failed to provide education, mask, and testing to protect their passengers, which led to 712 confirmed cases with 14 deaths. And it mentioned honor. Isn't that strange? Honor is used when we should shame the enterprise. But wait, what do we call princess? Your Honor, right? So that marks the start of the global pandemic. The undue complaint in the first line showed how the Japanese government refused to provide needed help, despite most of the cruise passengers being Japanese citizens. In just a few weeks, the once privileged cruise passengers were now locked inside their cabins pleading for help. But those are just, quote, undue complaints. Cruise ships during that time were tossed about. Most of them were registered in Latin America, with crew and passengers suffering cold symptoms, hunger, and waves. It is almost the world watching this tragedy playing in front of their eyes and sets the stage for the next hard-hit area, Italy. The next hard-hit area is Europe, with Italy being the epicenter. And the third line talked about it being not far from the Tiber. The Tiber is the third longest river in Italy. When the virus started to spread like wildfire in Europe, the land stained with blood. The last line talked about a diverse plague will be upon mankind. A scientific report released yesterday showed the many mutations of this widely spread virus. So line by line and word by word, we have found that Nostredamus has been right on every detail. And we, with YouTube as proof, spotted this quatrain and released warning videos over 1 year ago. So, do we get any claps for our work? Sadly, no. These are probably our least popular videos. And many fans consider us crying wolf and cancel their subscription. So, why do we continue? We hope the warning will reach the one who needs it in time, or someone with more knowledge will fill in our blanks. You may not know, but a friend of ours died in April after cruising on the Ruby Princess. Like I said at the very beginning, making such pseudoscience videos is not a smart move, but I feel I must do it. Sometimes people find mistakes in my editing, sound, and even writing. They often wonder why I do not take more time to do a better job. Well, my book on Nostradamus on the virus outbreak was submitted for publishing on March 9th and approved for publishing by Amazon on March 12th. Our friends embarked on the Ruby Princess on March 8th, and all three of them got infected during the cruise and one died. I did not know that they took the cruise, or I would have pleaded for them not to go. I canceled my own cruise leaving February the 20th, 2020. I often wonder if we could have helped them if we released the book sooner. I guess I will never know. The book detailed all 26 of Nostradamus' predictions on plagues. It was popular on Amazon until I submitted a revision, and a new reviewer decided to force it down. They will not change their decision despite my protest. But we wrote another book, Nostredamus Virus Watch List, which you can still buy on Amazon. Of course, if you don't like to read books, you can watch this and several of my upcoming videos which will cover the same topics, just presented selectively on the predictions. This is Ken Peters, the narrator for the Mystery Decoder team. Thank you for watching.